My dear students, we'll be starting with the section 40 of Song of Myself, a part of the bigger collection of poems, Leaves of Grass, which is also called the Bible of Democracy. I've already told you why it is so. Walt Whitman himself was called a representative poet of democracy, the biggest democratic poet, because in all his poems he celebrates I. His I is a very expansive term. It is expanding to take in the entire humanity, the entire animal kingdom, the entire creation, in short. Because this I will only become a democratic I. In section 40, Song of Myself, the first word used by the poet, flaunt of the sunshine, and then I need not bask. These two words, flaunt and bask, they are used, these are two verbs, but they are used as nouns. Walt Whitman loves to create such nouns, which we can call them deverbal nouns, because they indicate how all things are actually processes. Everything is a process. These are continual actions. And he also tries to bring out the fact that nothing in this world, no object in this world is static and unchanging. Everything grows and decays, and the atoms that make only one thing, they are continually in flux, and they will ultimately get transferred into other things. So he says, flaunt of the sunshine, I need not your bask lie over. You light surfaces only, I force surfaces and depths also. He is actually telling about the force of I. I is not weak enough to force, the surfaces only. It goes deep into the depths of the things. So our bodies, they are processes, not objects, always shifting and altering. And the poet, he says, it does not need to bask in sunlight, because he himself will illuminate more than the sun ever can by penetrating deep beneath the surface of whatever and whomsoever he encounters. With this, we see a kind of overconfidence or a brash confidence, we can say it. Poet is almost challenging the forces of the earth. He is challenging the sun and the earth and almost inviting them to match their powers with his. Earth, he says, you seem to look for something at my hands. Say, old top knot, what do you want? And see how he addresses earth. Earth as if, earth is looking at him as an inspiration, or looking at his source of energy, or his source of, this readiness to do the things. And then a familiar term, old top knot. Old top knot. This is a kind of a familiarity he is throwing at the earth. And the earth seems to be want something at the hands of the poet. And so he composes this earth poem and welcoming everything that basks in the light of the sun. And almost, he is trying to give an impression that he is all charged up, right? He is full of energy. He is so full of energy that he is now ready to do anything, to embrace everyone. In fact, even the most debased, depressed and depraved person. This is a friendly and flowing savage, which was there in the previous section 39. You have not read it. In this section, the poet it is full of energy. It is full of absorptive powers, and it is more potent than ever. And therefore, he addresses man or women. I might tell how I like you, but I cannot. But might tell what it is in me and what it is in you, but cannot. See, a poet is actually a man with words, but he realizes, he knows that what is unsaid, it is more effective than what is said. Like Keats, the unheard melodies are sweeter, and therefore he leaves the message unsaid, leaving men or women to guess what it is. He says, I might tell the pining I have, the pulse of my night and days. Behold, I do not give lectures or a little charity. See, this, I do not give lectures or little charity, that again is, he doesn't want to, to give, that you are not throwing yourself at others. You're not giving them advices. You want everybody to experience what you have experienced. And therefore, when he says, when I give myself. You there, impotent, loose in the knees, open your scarves chops till I blow grit within you. So he claims that if he gives, he will not give any material thing or any advice. He will give it himself completely. And when he gives, that means he will connect with his brethren, with the fellow citizens, to us probably, the readers. And what he will do? He will inspire us. Inspiration, this is what he will give. And this act of his, he knows, it will breathe into us love and hope and power of new life. And therefore, he continues with his, blowing grit. That is, he will give us courage. He will give us inspiration. He will give us guidance. Spread your palms and lift the flaps of your pockets. I am not to be denied. I compel. I have stores plenty and to spare. See the confident I here, right? The confidence is almost, it is all engulfing. It says, I have stores plenty and to spare, to give to others. And anything I have, I bestow. And this giving is selfless. It is limitless. It is complete. It is, it is overwhelming. I do not ask who you are, and that is not important to me. And next, the poet says, he will give indiscriminately, irrespective of what one is. That is not important to it. See, this democratic spirit is there. You can do nothing and be nothing, and what I will enfold you. To cotton field drudge or cleaner of privies I lean. See here, especially the first reference is to the cotton field drudge or cleaner of privies, the common man, a man who works with his own hands in the cotton field. Drudgery is the low work that he's doing. Or even cleaner of privies, toilet cleaners, they are the ones he will sing for, or he will put courage in, right? On his right cheek I put the family kiss, the affection that he will bestow on this person. He says that is too much, speaking about his attitude. And in my soul I swear I'll never will deny him. On women fit for conception I start bigger and nimbler babes. This day I am jetting the stuff of far more arrogant republics. See, this I is even claiming that it is jetting the stuff of far more arrogant republics which are filled with the self-importance. He is, he's trying, he's giving them the example of equality. And women fit for conception, I said bigger and nimble, that is too much, I should say. This is too what do you say, is to being too, it jets, it is a little, it is as if it is so, I is so powerful that it will jet its semen into women fit for conception, so that women give birth to the courageous ones. Those children will come out, they will have a democratic viewpoint. And then he says, even to anyone dying, thither I speed and twist the knob of the door, turn the bedclothes towards the foot of the bed, and let the physician and priest go home. Here, he is ready to even re-energize even those who are on the deathbed. It is going to replace the physician and the priest, and it will seize anyone. He says, I seize the descending man and raise him with resistless will. So it will seize anyone who's falling, and it will raise him with the resistless will. And therefore it is even giving another, O despairer, here is my neck. It is giving support to those who are despairing, who are hopeless, ready to give them support of his own body on his own neck. By God, he says, you shall not go down. See the swearing, the confidence, you shall not go down till I am there. So hang your whole weight on me. I dilate you with tremendous breath. I buoy you up. Every room of the house do I fill with an armed force. Lovers of me, bafflers of grave. So he says, it promises to dilate all of us. Dilate is expand. All of us with tremendous breath, the powerful breath of courage. And it will buoy is lift us up. And it offers to stand guard as we sleep. He says in the next line, sleep I and they keep guard all night. No doubt, not disease shall dare to lay finger upon you. I have embraced you, and henceforth possess you to myself. And when you rise in the morning, you will find what I tell you is so. See, it is like giving a hope to everybody on this earth. This I is what? This I is the self, the confidence in your own self, right? So we see, having read the text, we'll now look at the highlights of the section 40. First of all, what we are going to appreciate is there is a characteristic use of two verbs, flaunt and bask, as nouns, which are, again, I'm saying characteristic. That means he keeps on using verbs as nouns, and that puts more importance, more force in the verb. Second, he goes on to say that no object in this world is static. Everything is growing. Everything will come to a decay. It will get reborn. It will come again. And in that way, atoms which make one thing, they are never again static. They are in a state of flux always, right? And they keep on getting transferred into other things. And then we see the poet in this section. It is showing a supreme confidence, a challenging confidence, which can take care of each and everything on this earth. He challenges even the sun, the earth, and is ready to match his powers with theirs. And thus, charged up with this confidence, he is ready to embrace everyone and everything. The potency of this I is very impressive. Now, this potent I is even ready to blow grit in the impotent ones. Those who lack courage, this I is going to put courage in them. They may be, because these impotent ones, they may be from the very low social standing where they do not get chance to get up and assert themselves. He's speaking of these people of low standing. From ages and ages, these people have been suppressed, ready to help them to blow grit in them. Or even the old, those who have become impotent because of the age, and the dying, even those who are in the deathbed. Now, we see that there is an unspoken need here for the poet to connect to his fellow citizens, all citizens from any category, and he wants to inspire, to breathe love and hope in all and sundry, so that not a one person is left defenseless. So, man or women, I might tell you I like you, but I cannot. In these lines, when the poet said these lines, see here, man or women, I might tell how I like you, but I cannot. So, I told you about the unheard melodies. So, poets actually are in the business of seeking words to describe the force that animates the interior lives of every man and woman. Whitman's reticence before the mystery of the desire is intriguing, and mindful of the limits of language, he seems to suggest that the real meaning of his words, what he says between the lines in white space, will become clear only ages hence. And so, he will not say anything, right? And that is the beauty of the section 40. Thank you, girls. I hope I wanted to say in this section. Thank you so much.